Hello guys, in this video I'm going to explain you 3 tips of how I went from 1K to 6 figures, and these tips might help you think about this a little bit, right? So the first one is the reason. You need a reason, and when I mean a reason is just to give you an example. I now sell educational services, and some people ask me like, hey, do you have a Discord group? And I am, what kind of question is that? Like, why do you need a Discord server? I am selling educational services. You should read my articles. You should understand what I do and for what reason I do and how I build Edge. You should approach this with a wealth mentality and think of what actually what desires do you have, because like if you're asking me for a Discord server, you might want to talk with others, socialize, seek some entertainment, and you're not really focused on wealth. So the reason to actually go in this um, trading journey, if you will, is has to be something more deep that will keep you in this path, no matter the drawdowns or even some blow ups in the initial years. Because at the beginning it's gonna be very, very, very hard. Especially if you go more for trading than investing. Eventually, you might either abandon this or you make it. I don't think there's something in between, or maybe the path in between is to switch from trading to investing, to do something more easy, you know but I mean, this is tough. I mean, right now it is so easy for me, because I always know what to expect, what drawdowns to expect, how long do they take, and I understand I will be losing money some years and I will not be outperforming all the years. But to deeply understand this with real money and with big capital, it's something that you need a reason, and something that is deep, something that will keep you here, no matter the difficulties. For me, my reason to investing is because I always thought that compounding was something very, very powerful, where you can make more money without working more. And I mean, it's also exponential. We know that compounding interest is exponential. So for me, it's like I don't find a reason on why not to study this as much as I can and make it, and just make it no matter what. I mean, for me, there has never been a plan B, and I blew up at some point in 2023, 50% in 6 months. That was tough. And it was very tough because I didn't know what I was doing right or wrong. Actually, I mean, I was confusing me. I was confused because I was trying too many strategies. But I always had that reason, and despite that, I almost quit, or I would quit for at least, I don't know, 2 weeks or so. I would go back with new ideas, fresh ideas, because for me, I mean, I think this is something that you need to have inside of you. But again, a good reason is to understand this as a business where you compound money and you build wealth and all the benefits that come with it, right? Like more freedom, more financial security. Um, at some point, you can retire earlier if you want, or you can just leave your job to start a new project, new entrepreneurship, or you can, I mean, think of what wealth brings to your life. For me, that's the reason, being wealthy, and you need something more powerful than just wanting to try a new service, or wanting to be in a Telegram group or Telegram chat, whatever. You need a big reason to keep pushing when times are dark. The second tip I'm going to give you from scaling your trading business from 1K to 6 figures is the edge. How on building edge, and has some relationship with the third point. I'm not gonna tell you, oh, trade dual momentum because it's the best, because I think it's the best, and it is what I'm doing, right? But I would tell you, go for the low hanging fruit. This means, why are you trying to trade the derivatives market, crypto, weird cryptos, CFDs, leverage products, options, futures? I mean, why not going for stocks and ETFs? I think it's the easiest way to at least not lose money or be a break-even trader for some time, because there are only three types of traders. They're the ones that blow up all the time, and they eventually quit or make it. Most of them always quit. The break-even traders for me are those that are participating usually in the stock market. They don't use a lot of leverage, if any, or they don't short. So they're getting stop loss all the time. They're making poor decisions, but they're not losing money. They're just not making big money at all. And it is a problem, but at least they are break even. And the others are the ones that are consistently winning, not every year, but over a span of, I don't know, 5 years, they will consistently outperform the S&P 500, or maybe even more over a span of 10 years. So there are these three types of traders. And I mean, if you focus on what's difficult, you're going to be more probabilistically speaking in the trading group, which is losing money. And again, back to the tip one, I mean, what's your reason? Because if you seek entertainment, if you seek to thrill, to seek adrenaline, I mean, these markets where you use leverage products and keep you awake at night might be a good fit for you, because you in reality are not looking for money or building wealth. You're looking for entertainment. You're looking for being busy. And I mean, you don't actually tell yourself you want to make money, but in reality, you're not doing that. And that's the tricky part, right? Like, you have to be very, very honest with you. And if what you're doing is not what you think you should be doing, eventually change, because some attitudes in the markets are more similar to gambling than investing. So, I mean, go for the low hanging fruit. Try to avoid these difficult markets where most people is losing money. Like, you can see, for instance, Robinhood, like, they offer you a lot of options and futures and meme stocks and all this stuff. I mean, that's a place where you will probably not make it. So go at least for ETFs, broad ETFs, and liquid ETFs, of course, not leverage ones, please, and stocks. And from there, you might probably be break even. And from there, you might start improving. The easiest way to improve is to actually, again, going for the low hanging fruit. For instance, stop shorting. I will send you thousands of emails telling you stop shorting. So if you start shorting, good things will come. I mean, from there, it's a big move. Also, if you start using leverage and you understand how leverage works, because it amplifies your losers, and when you're in a loss, then your psychology go to shit, and then because you didn't have any edge at the beginning, you start doing crazy stuff. I mean, it's all a mess. So stop shorting, stop using leverage, go for ETFs and stocks, and from there you can experiment, try different strategies. You will make it. At least you won't lose money. You won't be a very decent trader, but I mean, it's a start, right? And also, like, be always very careful, especially if you're someone who's older and have some savings. Be very careful, because trading is a very dangerous world. And please take this take it easy. All right, don't be greedy. Don't try to have a killer year. You don't have to kill it 1 year. You just need to compound, and you will make a good job. And the third point, it has some similarities with this one, but is to build an edge. And the easiest way to build an edge is avoiding the worst mistakes. So this is what the similarities. And because when we talk about building an edge in the markets, we actually talk about building confidence. And confidence is what actually makes you wanting to escalate this business, because this is a business and you want to add more money, because the more money you have here, the biggest the returns will be. It also amplifies the losses, and that's a part of the game, right? But when you have confidence and you have the patience, the correct psychology, But all that psychology, because I'm sick of hearing people like, you need the right psychology. All that psychology comes from having an edge. You have an edge, you have that confidence, and when you have that confidence, you follow those rules. And it is a process also. Like when you have done everything that didn't work, and you never followed your trading rules, you start suddenly, like I did, basically following your rules, and you suddenly see, oh, this works. So why I am not going to follow my rules if I want to build wealth, right? So confidence is key. But I mean, and this, again, with confidence, it can be false confidence. I mean, we need true confidence. And what I mean by this is that some people lie to themselves. For instance, they buy a stock and they do a big research. They know the CEO, the competitors, the clients, uh, everything about that stock. And that builds a false image of confidence, because that's more tricky. You know, you have confidence in one company, but then it's this kind of fundamental analysis that can become a little bit delusional, because you have put it so much time into the research that now you are attached to the results. So that's another thing I like about trading dual momentum. You know, I never do any type of analysis, and I am not attached to any, like, whether that stock, I think it's good or bad. It doesn't matter, because if my rules tell me to sell, I will sell, and I have been in this long enough to know that the best thing I can do is follow my rules eventually. That sometimes there are room for discretional trades, but sometimes, and it has to be justified, and it has to follow a logic. In my case, I follow this momentum logic. Um, but that isn't right. Like, I mean, building an edge is so powerful. A question I can give you is, like, to ask yourself whether it's more profitable a daily, a weekly, or a monthly time frame. So you go from there. You know, I mean, you start asking yourself questions like, okay, it's more profitable the commodities or the stocks? Is it profitable the forex market or not? Is it profitable the futures market or not? Is more profitable this time frame? Why? I mean, is more profitable this trading style? What problems does it have? So it's all the time, you know, thinking, obsessing over it, having a good reason to fight for it, and eventually you build something where you have confidence and you can trade it with big money and make all the time you spend in the trading world worth it. You know, because like I see people spending thousands of hours just to never make any money or any big money here, and it is for a reason. It is because they don't actually want to build wealth. They want to build entertainment. They want to be busy with something. And this is a deep question that I give it to you. You know, ask yourself, what do you want? And by the way, if you want to build wealth, I am here for that. I have a dual momentum mentorship where I try to accelerate your process, giving you the best articles so you understand this better and you build the edge you need to trade this. Or you can trade my signals too. So this is helpful because you have more confidence, because you understand better what I do, so you can actually scale that and trade big money with it. So if you like the video, give a like. See you around. Bye.